Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sports Rapp. I'm your host, Mark Johnson. We're here for another hour or half hour, or however long we decide to go tonight. I'm flying solo tonight. No Kevin Thornton in the studio tonight. Empty chair over there. It's open to anybody that wants to come down and be a part of television in the making. If you want to come down here and assume the position. Anyway. If you want to come down here and assume the position, we got a microphone hooked up, ready to go for you. Our topic tonight is going to be, this is our question of the week. We have one of those every week. We try to anyway. Question of the week this week is, do you agree with the decision to allow alcohol inside the Memorial Coliseum? If your answer is yes, call 397-5886. If your answer is no, call 397-5886, because as you know, we only have one phone line. So the number should be pretty easy to remember if you're going to answer either way. It's 5886. 397-5886 is the number. Please call. Talk sports. We'll talk about the NBA playoffs. We'll talk about the question of the week. We'll talk about baseball. We'll talk about the Winterhawks. The Winterhawks are out of contention for the Memorial Cup, beaten by one of those teams, Swift Current. Yeah, the Swift Current Broncos. I never keep up with Western Hockey League stuff, as you can tell. I'm really up on this stuff. We'll talk about, like I said, baseball or whatever. Whatever you want to talk about. So call in. 397-5886 is the number. We have a phone call. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, about that beer thing?
Yeah.
That's about the only thing that's interested in those games, you know? I mean, those games are kind of boring if you don't have any beer with you.
Well, I mean, they allow beer inside the Coliseum, but not inside the arena portion of it. They do have designated areas set aside where you can drink, but up until this recent decision, you could not take it inside the arena area.
Yeah, but they're going to drink and they're going to go in there anyway. So, I mean, what's the difference?
Well, I'll tell you. I've gone to both a game in Seattle and a game in Portland. I went to a game this year in Portland when they played Minnesota, and with no alcohol allowed inside there, you keep some of these heavy drinkers outside of the arena where they can be as obnoxious as they want in that area, and they can watch it on TV, or else they can go in and sit down in their seat and be obnoxious right behind you. I mean, I went to a game up in Seattle a couple of years ago, and I was telling our director about this a little bit ago before we went on. I went up to a Seattle-Portland playoff game a few years ago, up in Seattle. 4 of us drove up and decided we'd go to the game. We get in there. I mean, we've driven all this way just to watch our Blazers play. And I had a sign, it was no bigger than this piece of paper. It said Blazer Believer or something on it. I don't know. It's one of those you got out of the Oregonian. And every time the Blazers would score, they ended up losing that game, so they didn't score a whole lot. But every time they scored, I would put up my sign saying, "Yay, go Blazers," stuff like that. And there was a guy sitting right behind me who was completely drunk out of his gourd before the game even started. And he was yelling at me to put my sign down, or he was going to spit on me, and he was going to do this and that and all this other stuff. And I just turned around and told him to shut up and watch the game. I told him this happened a few times, and I turned around and said, "Hey, listen, pal." I said, "I paid good money to come up here and watch the Blazers play. You know, I had to travel all the way from the Portland area to be here." I said, "I really don't appreciate your attitude." I said, "So sit down, shut up, and watch the game."
Yeah, but would you think the same way if you were a beer drinker, though?
Well, that's not the issue. I'm not a beer drinker. There was a family that went up there from Portland. Same situation, only they had a sign that was about 8 feet long. The whole family held it up. After the game was over, well, before the game even started, they held up their sign so that the TV cameras could pick it up. And some drunk Seattle fans ripped it in half before the game even started. And at the end of the game, they dumped beer on the whole family. Now, would you like that to happen to you if you were in an arena?
Well, not really, but you know, I mean, it's your personal choice if you drink beer or not, you know.
Well, I don't have a problem with them drinking beer. I just don't think it needs to be inside the arena, because things like that happen.
So there's people sitting right here in my basement that like they're drinking beer right now, and you know.
Well, that's fine. I mean, that's fine, but you know, I don't. Like I said, I don't have a problem with them drinking beer and watching the game.
Yeah, don't you think they're gonna get just as drunk if they stay out there and drink and then come back in?
Maybe, but you know, at least if they're drunk when they walk in, there's a good chance that they can fall down the stairs and break their neck, and then they're not going to bother me anyway.
Well, I don't know. Either way, they could practice through the Coliseum if they like fell down and got hurt. Don't you think?
Well, okay. Same thing could happen if they allow beer inside the arena. Then.
Well, they should just kick it out of the whole place.
Well, maybe that's a good idea too. Maybe they shouldn't allow alcohol inside any arena, whether it be out in the lobby or inside at all.
Yeah, well, that's about all I need to say.
So you say you don't agree with the decision then, or you do?
I'm kind of both sides, you know, a little bit either way.
I'll put down a vote for each of them.
But
that evens it out.
Yeah, all I gotta say is those Blazers need to go, get going next year, and just win it all.
Yep, I think they'll have plenty of rest this year and a lot of time to think. So.
Yeah, and you need to get out at the Saint Helens Sports and support those guys, you know?
Well, I would love to be able to, but my work schedule unfortunately has not allowed me time to do that.
Do you work anywhere else besides there?
Yes, I do. This is all volunteer for me.
Oh, right. You don't.
Yeah, I'm not getting paid to do this yet. I emphasize the word yet.
I have another caller with me. Would you like to talk to him?
Sure.
All right.
Sure. And to answer your question, yes, I do have another job. I do work at Cashway Auto Supply during the week, so working days, so I don't get a chance to get out of there too often to
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you for your support in the St. Helens Lions football team this year.
Hey, it was our pleasure, man. Thank you for bringing home the blue. You know, you guys were absolutely wonderful out there this year. You guys played a heck of a season. You guys deserve to win the championship. My crew's having a little fun with me right now. I'm gonna have to get rid of this or something. I don't know. Take away.
I just like to say thanks because that really meant a lot to all of us, and you know.
Well, I'll tell you what, it meant a lot to the people of St. Helens when St. Helens brought home the trophy. So thank you, and thank the whole team that you guys could bring home the championship trophy this year, because you guys worked hard for it, and I feel that you guys deserve to have a lot more players on that All-State team too. So.
Why aren't you moving on TV?
Huh?
You weren't moving on TV.
I don't know. My crew's getting really weird on me tonight, as they do every week. But oh, I see. They're gonna try and put me into the hoop for two.
All right. Well, can you wait for us, and we're gonna get going.
All righty.
Can you wave?
How about a salute?
All right. Looks good.
Salute to the St. Helens Lions football team. All right. Thanks for the call, guys. So, first caller out there, he's kind of half and half on whether they should allow beer inside the Coliseum or not. So, and that's fine. That's what we're here for. We're here for the controversy. I love the controversy.
Hey, Mark.
Yes.
Channel 9 says, don't drink alcohol. Drink Snapple.
Drink. This is the brand new crystal clear Snapple. Huh?
Phone call.
Oh, we have another phone call. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah. The question was on there about the alcohol in the Memorial Coliseum.
Right.
I don't think it should be in there.
Okay. So you disagree with the decision?
Yeah.
You don't? Okay. Okay. That's a no vote. I get kind of confused here sometimes. Yeah, I don't see where it needs to be in there. There's no point in having it in there. I mean, if you want, it's like one of my camera people just said a couple minutes ago behind the scenes here. If they want to drink beer and watch the basketball game at the same time, let them go down to a bar that has the game on. You know, if you're gonna go ahead and pay the money to go watch the game, go in there, bring along a Snapple. I don't know.
I agree with that.
Or have a Coca-Cola or something. But I'm not here to promote drinking or anything, because I am a firm believer in just laying off the alcohol. And if you're gonna drink, for God's sakes, don't drive. I mean, I've had too many friends getting accidents that way, and some of them it cost them their lives, and some of them were lucky and it didn't. But you guys quit playing tricks on me with these dang cameras, folks.
Yeah, my mom doesn't think there should be any alcohol in the Memorial Coliseum.
I don't think so. I don't. It's uncalled for. Right now I feel that the Portland Trailblazer fans are probably the classiest fans in the NBA, and the reason for that is there's no alcohol in there. Like I said, I went up to Seattle. They got probably the least classiest fans in the NBA, and I think right now Portland is the last NBA franchise to allow alcohol into its Coliseum. So we're actually way behind when it comes to that. But
Yeah, my mom doesn't think it should be in there either.
Okay. Can we put her down for a vote on that then?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I like that. So what do you think of the show? Do you watch it every week?
Yeah, every chance I get.
All right. Do you like it?
The dad says, yeah, I want it.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Do you like the show?
I turn to it every once in a while.
Do you think there's stuff we could change that would make it better?
I don't know.
Okay. Who would you like to see on here for an upcoming guest that's, realistically speaking, I mean, without saying something like Michael Jordan or Shaquille O'Neal, or somebody that we obviously are not going to be able to get. Maybe somebody within the Oregon area that's an athlete, or something like that. Who would you like to see?
I don't know.
Baseball player from maybe the Northwest, or ex-pro football player, or I don't know, maybe when football season comes around we might be able to snag Neil Lomax or somebody. He's a Portland boy. Who knows, maybe now that Lakers season is over, maybe AC Green will be coming home. Maybe we can get him down here. I'll do a little research and see who we can get down here for a guest. But yeah, that's another thing. I'd like to encourage people to write in with their suggestions for ways that we can improve the show, and who to get rid of up in the booth. And hint, hint, JJ. Quit messing with my mind, man. I don't like it, man. That's it. I quit. I'm out of here. No.
You can't quit.
My dad was wanting to talk to you guys for a second.
Okay.
Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Well, pretty good.
So what do you think?
I happen to be for it.
You happen to be for? Everybody's got their own opinion. Why do
Why
you?
not?
Well, I think I've given some pretty good, strong reasons against it. It just promotes a lot of bad blood between the fans, I think. I don't see the need
Well,
for
they
it.
still serve alcohol behind the bleachers.
Well,
Okay, so you still have the same opportunity to get wasted down there as you do up above.
yeah, that's true. But I mean, if you're just going to the game to drink beer, I mean, then you're going for the
Well,
wrong
why
reason.
not both?
Well, then you're going for the wrong reasons. Fine, if you're at home and you're doing that, that's
Well,
one
why
thing.
not at there?
Well,
Okay, then have a beer drinking section and leave it at that.
that could be a good idea too.
Yeah.
That way, if one guy gets sick, maybe they all get sick. I
There you
don't
go.
know.
All right.
I just worry about, like I said, I was up in Seattle. I worried about that guy behind me getting sick all over me or something. I mean, he was thoroughly wasted before the game even
All
started.
right, that's where I think, okay then, hey, have your section for those that wish to drink and those that don't.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I really do, because I really was not in the mood to be getting thrown up on that night, And I don't know. I don't.
I've seen people get sick on bad hot dogs.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's true. So do we outlaw hot dogs then, or do we have a hot dog eating section, or what? You know, where do we draw the line? I guess.
Hey,
is what
there
I'm
shouldn't
asking.
be eating allowed either.
What's that?
They shouldn't allow kids to eat excessive amount. You should, you want to regulate things. Let's regulate things.
Well, yeah. I don't know.
I think you're going overboard.
Well, maybe so.
You know, if you want to have a section, have a section. If you don't. You're going to eliminate all, then eliminate all gum chewing, especially gum chewing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how many times you sat down on a doggone seat and you have a doggone gum ball sitting on your seat.
Yeah?
Yeah? Well, they ought to outlaw that, too.
Well, maybe they should do like some of the high schools do with their auditoriums and not allow food or drink or anything inside the...
There you go.
Like down here at the high school, down at the auditorium,
you
they
go
don't...
one way, go all the way.
Yeah, if you're going to do it,
Let's not be discriminatory about things.
I happen to agree with that. That's a good point. Point well taken. So,
Okay, I'll let you go.
All right, thanks a lot for calling.
Bye.
Sick of my hot dog. I got sick of my hot dog last night that I ate and I had one.
You know, that may have been what happened to me last night. Oh, I'm sorry. You're still out there, guys. Yeah, I'm sitting here talking to my camera person here, and we're talking about the hot dogs we ate last night at the races. And anyway, that's another thing. We got the races. The races have started up out at River City Speedway out here at the fairgrounds now. First night of racing was last night.
Kevin.
They're getting Kevin. This I gotta see, guys. Tell you what, if you can get Kevin in there without him here, I want to see it, okay? I want to see it, JJ. We have a caller. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, Mark, in regards to that last caller, I'd say should be banned, should not have it in the Coliseum, because, I mean, who wants to be sitting, I mean, if you're a non-drinker and you want to go there to watch the game and just have a good time, who wants to be sitting next to a rowdy drunk?
That's true. Or even a non-rowdy drunk. I mean, drunks are drunks. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, if they're non-rowdy, I worry too that they're going to get sick all over me, you know. If they're rowdy, then I'm afraid they're going to probably stand up and try and pick a fight with me, so. And that almost happened to me up in Seattle, and that's why I don't really condone having alcohol in there, so. You're against the decision. I like that. That's a good one. So. Anything else you want to add?
No, that's it.
Okay, thanks for calling. So 397-5886 is the number. The question of the week is, do you agree with the decision to allow alcohol inside the Memorial Coliseum, inside the arena itself? If your answer is yes, call 397-5886. If your answer is no, call 397-5886. Because, like I said earlier, and just in case you weren't with me, we only have one phone line. Anyway, we have a caller. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, could I see JJ?
Could you see
I've heard so much about him, but I haven't seen him.
Watch right after.
Oh, well, actually, he'll be coming up live right after our show.
Can I see him now?
Well, he's up in the booth. I don't know if he can press his face up against the glass or...
Come on, J Squared, I want to see you.
You can't press it. Yes, plus you can't see.
Yeah. I don't know if we can get him down here or not.
Oh, come on, J Squared, come on.
Just a second, we're trying.
We're trying.
Come on, Phil Packer.
We're gonna try. We're gonna try here.
You can't see.
We're gonna give it our best shot. Okay. We'll
How
see.
about Phil Packer? Is he down there?
Who?
Phil Packer.
Bill.
Phil.
Phil Packer.
Phil Packer, yeah. JJ knows him.
Don't worry about it.
Hey, Steve, how's it going?
All right, guys. Enough horsing around here. This is a serious talk show. Yeah, right. Anyway, is the caller still there? Please say. Ooh.
That was the phone.
Jeez, JJ, stinking up the studio. Gosh. Anyway, we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. Let's talk a little bit right now about the NBA playoffs. Right now, it's Phoenix and San Antonio tied at 2 games apiece. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think you should listen to other people's comments about drinking and stuff, because you shouldn't just kind of opinionate because you're going on about how you think about drinking in it.
Well, like I said, I'll listen to whatever anybody has to say about it. But
Well, you're just kind of going on about you don't think they should drink.
well, and I feel I have a right to my opinion, and I'm going to state my opinion with each caller too.
Well, yeah, but still, you should kind of listen to other people's opinion.
Well, that's fine. I don't have a problem with them commenting. This is really good. Hey, I don't know how JJ did that, but he's doing pretty good up there.
How come we're the only Coliseum?
Pardon?
How come we're the only Coliseum that doesn't have alcohol?
Because up until now, they just have chosen not to do that. I happen to agree with it because, well, I've stated my opinion. I won't keep repeating it, but.
Good.
Okay. I believe we've lost the caller. I like this. This is really good. So, Kev, what do you think? Good. You know when to keep your mouth.
I've been talking to a few people. It seems that they feel that Clyde Drexler's pretty much
History.
Yeah.
Kev,
I love it.
Kev, that was the question, okay? That was not the question now. I think you ought to stick with the subject matter and just go with it, okay? Because I'm really sick and tired of you going off the beaten path here. Anyway, what do you have to say about that? And he's done it. Yeah, that's right. Just disappear on me now. Anyway. Oh, you're back. So what do you have to say now?
Just one line, so if you get a busy signal, keep calling.
All right. You're good, JJ. You're good. I gotta hand it to you. I didn't think you could do it. I didn't think you had it in you to do that, but you did it. We have a phone call. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, Mark. I happen to feel that they ought to allow drinking in the Coliseum. I feel that, if you're going to pay that much for a ticket, what is it now, like $20 or something like that?
Yeah, that's probably the low end of it, yeah.
Right. That's the low end of it. I mean, if you're going to put out $25 or $30 or whatever it costs for a ticket, there should be other privileges to come along with it other than watching a team that can't get past the first round. So I think they ought to be able to drink in their seats. I mean, if you're not responsible, that's what you pay security for. And if you can't handle it, then security should be able to take care of it. But I feel it ought to be at least tried. You can take it on a temporary basis if you want.
Okay.
It's just something you got to look at. Being the only team in the league that's not. Obviously there's probably more revenue to be had, because I know from a standpoint of myself, sometimes you just don't feel like going up and getting something to drink, but you sure would like to have something to drink. You don't want to miss the action, or you don't want to stand and wait in line forever to stand up there and drink it, and so you just don't go get it. But there's more revenues probably to be had.
Well, I think you're probably right. Pardon my camera crew.
The boys are really messing with you, ain't they?
They are, and as producer of this show, I can't have them fired.
What happened to Kevin?
He wasn't feeling too good tonight.
I was going to ask him what he thought of them Charlotte Horn Dogs.
Oh man, he picked him to go all the way, and
yeah, I don't know. I think they're just pretenders and not contenders. I think once they get back to the Garden, I think the Knicks will show them how it is.
Well, they have one more game in Charlotte, and I think it might be over right there. I don't.
Well, I think they go back to the Garden now, don't they? It's 3-1.
Right.
They lost today, so that the Knicks are up 3-1.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's in the 7-game series they've gone to a 2-3-2 setup now.
No, I think it's 2-2-1-1-1.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, and then when it gets to championship.
Right, then it's 2-3-2.
Okay, I was unclear as to how they were doing that.
Yeah, no, the Horn Dogs were looking okay today. They were giving the old men a run for their money.
Well, see, there's Kevin now.
Hey, Kevin, how about them Horn Dogs?
Given right there. He hasn't years. His attitude. This is just going to be one of those shows.
They are just really giving it to you, ain't they?
Yeah.
Who should they try to get, do you think? I went to the races last night out here, and they were pretty good.
Yeah, they weren't too bad. There was, I think, a lot more action from the push trucks and the safety crew than there was from the cars, though.
Oh, I agree. I mean, and there was a lot of people there. I mean, I don't know what the attendance deal was, the final total, but boy, even those newsstands over in the Turn 4 area, those were packed.
Yeah, they had a really good turnout for the opening night, so
yeah,
I'm anxious to see what's going to happen the rest of the season.
I am too. I know that they got to quiet the little cars down a little bit. They had a problem with noise last night.
Yeah, there was a couple of them they actually kicked off the track.
Well, they had 39 of them time in, and only 5 of them were able to get underneath the noise level. And so they got some work to do on that, but I think they'll get there.
Well, good. So you enjoyed the races then last night?
Yeah, they were actually pretty good races last night.
They weren't too bad. Kevin got some interviews with some of the drivers, and
I guess they're going to put clay on the street, which will help immensely with the dust problem.
The dust problem, the problem with did you see one of the outlaw hardtops went into turn 1 and he hit that. There was a nice big old pothole and he almost got airborne there.
Right.
So that's getting pretty dangerous. I think they need to.
Right, I agree.
Get that clay down there as soon as they can. And
right. It'll make it better for all the way around, So.
Oh yeah.
Anyhow, thanks a lot.
All right, thanks for
calling.
Mark. Bye. Bye now.
If he wants to get away from the Portland Trailblazers or what it is, but something needs to be done with it, and that's for sure.
Yeah, I think he'll be evaluated over the summer and first day of training camp. They'll probably take a look at him and how he, they'll look at him probably throughout training camp. Why me, Lord? Why? Anyway, back to our show. Kevin is not really in the studio. This is all a figment of JJ's doing. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, I had just called a little bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about, they ought to have the... Anyway, I just recently paid for my son and a couple other kids to go in and see that Blazer Bash. Now, what got to me was that they got to pay $5 to watch a bunch of people eat. And they didn't even bother to even offer them a Coke or anything. You know what I mean? I think that I've seen other teams, when they have a bash like that, they at least offer them a hot dog and a Coke or something like that. But this Trailblazers, I don't know. They want the community to,
support them.
But yet, I don't see any support out of the Trailblazers.
Maybe not just on the team, but maybe in the Blazer office.
They ought to do something because we all figured, that they'd get something out of that outside of sitting in the stands there watching a bunch of people eat. I could say something else, but I ain't. How much are we going to pay for something else?
Yeah. Well,
okay?
How much would you pay to see that scandal in Utah?
We already seen it.
Yeah. Well.
And I didn't pay nothing.
Yeah, well. But I mean, how much would you give for an actual tape of what went on in the hotel room, though?
How much would you give?
Yeah, probably not $5.
Yeah, well. So it's wherever your priorities are.
If I want to see that, I'll go down to my local video store.
There you go. There you go. Anyway, I just had to call back on that one.
Alrighty.
Because it just kind of aggravated me that a lot of people were deceived on that, because a lot of people paid that money to at least be able to get an autograph or something.
Yeah.
But hell no, they didn't do that. They all they thinking that, oh boy, it's going to be a party, and geez, we're going to, at least be able to get an autograph or something.
Yeah.
But hell no, they didn't do that. They all they did was sit there in the stands and watch somebody eat. Wow.
Impressive, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Well, I think the Trailblazers ought to rethink their thinking, if they got any thinking facilities at all. Think something there. If they want the support of the people, they better support the people that are supporting them.
That's a good idea. I couldn't agree with you more. I think this is too good of a team to not give something back to the community. You know, for a team that is supposed to be commended very, very highly for supporting their community, it sounds to me like they're letting something slip there.
Yeah, well, look at this little scandal they had here a while back, when they had where the store owners were Gold Blazers or something like that. They had Rip City or something like that, and they were wanting to have a lawsuit against them. I mean, come on, give me a break.
The Rip City Cafe.
Yeah.
That was probably the most famous one of all.
Yeah. Isn't that stupid?
Yeah,
now, they want support from the public. They got to do better PR than that.
Yeah, they really do.
They got a lot of PR problems.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm out of here.
All right, thanks for calling.
Bye.
Bye now.
Hey, Mark.
Yes?
Let's find out what Kevin thinks.
Okay. What does Kevin have to say
Chicago
about
Bulls, but I don't think it'll happen.
I don't think it'll happen.
I think Chicago will beat them. But if Charlotte was to beat New York and go up against Chicago Bulls, that would be the match of the century. The massive underdogs against two-time NBA champions.
Okay. Well, I think we've heard enough from Kevin for one night, thanks. We've got a phone call. Go ahead, caller.
Hello?
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. I was just listening to you about how you need a athlete to come down and talk to you.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about having a local, maybe Greg Brumbaugh from the racetrack up there, come down and talk to you about what the race is all about and all the excitement that goes on. So all these people that are having problems with how loud it is, maybe they can see how much fun it's actually going to be.
Okay, that's a good idea. Maybe we'll get a couple of like I said a little bit ago, we had Kevin Thornton out there at the racetrack. Dana Olson was running camera. And they got some interviews with some of the drivers and with, I believe, the president of the Hardtop Racing Association. I know we don't have those set up. Well, maybe we'll get those for you next week. I'll have some clips set up for next week, and we'll show that on next week's show.
Okay, and I was wondering if you're going to show any filmage of that?
Yeah.
Of yesterday's?
Yeah, we've got to get it edited. We've got a couple tapes. We're going to incorporate some of those interviews into the race tape a little bit too. So we'll be working on it. Hopefully by Wednesday night. Last night's races will be on hopefully by Wednesday night.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks for calling.
Okay, bye.
Bye now. Another racing fan, someone that's probably out there at the Speedway every Saturday night now. Kevin has informed me, I talked to Kevin before I came down here tonight. Kevin has informed me he wants to try and do some kind of a promotion for our show, at least when we cover the races, to get Kevin and I behind the wheel of a race car. And
yeah, they go up against Swift Current, I think it is tonight or tomorrow night.
Kevin, we're not talking about hockey. He's not even here and he's bugging me. We'll see what happens with that. JJ, please stop doing that. You're bugging the heck out of me.
I think Rick's calling him now.
Who?
Rick's calling Kevin.
Oh, cool. We have a call. Go ahead, caller.
He doesn't have cable, he can't hear it.
Have Rick relay a message. Have Rick relay.
Kevin doesn't have cable.
Have Rick relay it.
No.
Have
Rick relay it.
my comments back and forth. We can put him on this way, but go ahead and put him on.
We want you to make a comment about the racing.
What about the racing?
Hi, Kev.
Hi, Kev.
Hey.
What's up, homie?
What's up? Tell us about the races last night.
Well, are we on the air?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, we had a pretty good time last night. We filmed quite a few car races out there. I had a chance to interview several of the drivers we had out there. I think one of them was oh heck, I can't even remember any of the names of the drivers.
Bob Webster.
Bob Mead, I got to interview him. He's the president of the Hardtop Association. Those little cars you see out there racing around all the time. And he explained a little bit about those little cars. Most of them run, I think they're 1100cc motorcycle engines in them, which is quite remarkable to see them cars get out there and go around. And let's see, what else did we do? We filmed, like I said, quite a few of the car races out there. Saw a couple pretty good crashes that were out there, and want to remind everybody, to come out to the car races every other Saturday night and watch the car races. It's a lot of family. It's a good family enjoyment and all that.
Hey. What time do the races start?
Oh, geez. I think the time trials start at 3 or 4, and racing gets off the line, I think, at 6. The first races. They start out with the trophy dashes, and then the heat races, and then the main events.
That's every other Saturday, or?
It's every other Saturday.
Hey,
They have 14 races altogether lined up for this summer.
Hey, Kevin. Tell us a little bit about this promotion that we're going to be doing with maybe having you and I in race cars going around the track a little bit.
Can you tell us about a promotion about you and Mark are going in a race car?
Well, I'm not exactly sure that's going to happen. I was over in Vernonia this morning, and I had a chance to talk to one of the driver's wives over there that said they're going to be building a new race car, and I mentioned the fact that Mark and I were wanting to get out there and maybe go around a few laps in an exhibition race, and she said that she would see what she could do to talk her husband into letting us use this old car to go out there and race around in. So that's one thing we're hoping to get set up out there.
All right. That's Kevin Thornton on the line with us right now. Kevin doesn't have cable, so I can't really talk to him one-on-one, but we've had his image here in the studio, but he's actually at home tonight. So I'd just like to say hi to Kevin. I hope you're feeling a lot better. Hope your back's doing well. And you need to find a babysitter, dude.
Well, we hope you're feeling better, and thanks for talking to us tonight.
All right, thanks a lot. I should be back next week. This week I was out with a little bit of a back injury because I kind of slipped and fell last night and hurt my back a little bit. So I should be back there and feeling good next week.
Well, good. We'll see you next week then.
All right, take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that was Kevin Thornton, ladies and gentlemen, my co-host, who is not really in the studio. What you've been seeing is actually an illusion. We're master illusionists here. Actually, we haven't heard from the Macho Man yet. If the Macho Man's out there, call in, buddy boy. We haven't heard from you yet. We'd like to talk to you. Or any of your wrestling buddies out there. I don't know. If you've got any of your wrestling friends over at your house drinking a cold one or whatever, I don't know. It's a nice night out there. I've been surprised at how many phone calls we've gotten tonight based on such good weather out there. We have a phone call. Go ahead, caller. Hello? Do we have a caller?
Caller doesn't have the TV on. Hold on.
Slap that caller.
Okay, just go ahead.
Caller's gone.
Caller. Now you're supposed to have your TV on and the volume up. Now, contrary to when you call into a radio station, when you have to have your phone call, your radio down to cut down on interference. Go ahead, caller.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Who is this?
This is Mark down at Sports Rapp.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. Hey, what'd you think of that game today?
What's that?
What'd you think of that game today?
Which one?
The Knicks and the Hornets.
I didn't get a chance to watch it. I had to work today. I heard the Hornets lost it by about 2, though.
What kind of sportscaster are you?
Hey, I work for a living, too, This is all volunteer for me.
Yeah, but still.
Well, My boss doesn't allow me to take a TV down to work either, so if I did that, I wouldn't get any work done.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Bye. Gee, thanks a lot for calling with those comments. Some comments we appreciate, some of them... Huh? Time to play basketball? Is it? Alright, I'll take the first shot. Ha, Kevin can't shoot tonight.
No, I want to compete.
Uh-oh. Oh, so close. And yet so far. Phone call. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, Mark, I just want to know, what do you do for, what is your regular job?
What is my regular job?
Yeah.
I work down at Cashway Auto Supply. I'm a parts counterman.
Oh, yeah?
So I work down there sometime. One week I work 9 to 6. Next week I'll work 9 to 7. So.
All right. This one, thanks.
So it's, you know, it makes it tough to try and do much of anything else other than the show. I haven't been able to really get out and do any of the high school sports this year, at least this spring. But ooh, so close. But you know, that's the reason I want to try and call and get some volunteers I want to try and get some volunteers coming out here and helping us with some sports. Thank you.
He shoots, he scores!
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Anyway, you know, I would love to be able to get out there and do more of the sports, and we'll get the racing as much as we can. I'll try and get out there for that, but as far as baseball and softball and track and stuff, ooh, he shoots, he scores.
He's
Twice.
2 in a row.
2 in a row, man. I'm getting good. So, is the caller still there? Hello? Nope. Lost the caller. Anyway, going for 3 in a row. Oh! So close.
So close, but yet so far.
And Dana Olson, she shoots.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay, if we're gonna get into this.
Hey, don't rip the basket down, Shaquille.
Alright.
Word. What?
It's time for a shack attack.
You're gonna play against them.
Sorry about that. Shack attack time.
Todd, you're supposed to follow us.
Great. I am.
Way to go!
Game over.
What'd we tell you, Shaquille? Do not rip the backboard down.
You guys didn't hear that, did you? I said which with a B. No. Anyway. We have a phone call. We have a phone call. Do. One moment, please. We're experiencing technical difficulties. Please sit by. I'm getting my microphone on. I'm trying to get this set up here. Anyway, I'm being told we have a phone call. You know, if we ever start a bloopers show, this would pretty much be it. You know, between this show and Livewire, we could make a pretty dang good bloopers tape. Don't you agree, Todd? I think so. By the way, Todd is Todd Hilton, the one of the people who does the show Livewire. It's kind of a Saturday Night Live type thing. Go ahead, caller.
Give basketball up, you motherfucker.
Thank you, caller. Next. This is a family show, and I would very much appreciate if the callers out there would please try and use some discretion when choosing your words. Otherwise, we will be forced to hang up on you. Thank you, the management. Anyway.
And I also want to mention, Mark, that we will prosecute to the highest degree of the law.
Fullest extent of the law.
Who does harass us on the telephone.
That's right.
We have the ability.
It's uncalled for, folks. I mean, I don't need to hear that kind of language here when I can hear it at work every day. And that's just coming from my manager, so that's not my coworkers, that's just the manager. You stupid. Anyway. One of my camera people is actually looking outside. Is something going on out there I should know about?
No.
Okay.
People just walk by.
Invite them in. Have a Snapple. And God, I love this job. Boy, it's fun flying solo again, isn't it? Ever flown solo, Todd?
Not yet.
Not yet. Well, give it a try one of these times. You think I'm sweating? No. Well, that's true. I sweat anyway. But while we've got a minute here without a phone call, which as soon as I say that, the phone will ring. What the heck was I going to say? Yeah, forget about it. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, Mark, I don't agree with having booze down there in the Coliseum.
Okay.
I think booze belongs in beer joints and clubs and stuff like that. I think when you go to a sporting event, it's for sports. You don't need to go out there and get all drunk up.
I agree with you, 100%.
It's a bad idea.
I agree.
Keep it out where it belongs.
Right on.
In the topless bars.
There you go. My kind of joint.
I don't drink myself, but I've got nothing against people drinking, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I don't either.
But in a sports palace or something, I don't think it belongs.
No, I really don't think so.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks for calling.
Bye.
Bye now.
Just like that bill that might pass that would not permit smoking in public place where there's kids.
Yeah. We'll let JJ address the serious issues like that, thank you. Because JJ's a serious kind of guy. He said as he rolled his eyes. Anyway, hopefully you'll see me on a upcoming episode of Murder, She Wrote, because everybody's on that show. No, excuse me, Card Line. Hopefully, if Mr. D. Tyler Rowe will have me on his show. If you were watching Livewire last night, you may have seen my hands. I was on there. The voice you will hear is not mine, but it was that of George Bush, former president of the United States of America, coming to you live on Sports Rapp. It's good. It's good. Love the show. Always watch it. Thank you, Mr. President. No problem. God, I gotta go to a doctor. Oh, I think so. Thank you. Anyway. Okay. What do we got? 10 minutes to go? 10 minutes to go. Question of the week is, do you agree with the decision to allow alcohol inside the Memorial Coliseum?
No.
We have another no from our camera person. What about you, Todd? Do you think they should do it? You think they should allow beer inside the Coliseum?
I don't think so.
Okay, so that's we got a 7-3 vote against it. So.
Yep.
Huh? What? I know this is supposed to be the fun show and yours is the boring one, but I can only take so much, man. I know this is supposed to be the fun show and yours is the boring one, but I can only take so much, man. How dry I am. Nobody knows. And you thought this was water. How dry I am. Drink Snapple. And you thought this was water.
It's new Snapple vodka. Drink Snapple.
Snapple moonshine for all you folks down south. Anyway, I know what I was going to say before I was so rudely interrupted. Is
Snapple.
Anyway, I know what I was going to say before I was so rudely interrupted. Is
Snapple.
Thank you.
Hey, Mark.
Yes.
What about the volunteers that we need?
Well, I was going to get to that. Actually, I was going to. Thank you. What are you, my
Mark,
director?
Yes. What about the volunteers that we need?
Well, I was going to get to that. What I was going to say, JJ, if you can get our mailing address up on the screen, I would really appreciate that. Actually, what I was going to say, we'll take the phone call in just a minute. I do want to get this taken care of before we go off the air tonight. I would really appreciate that. We'll take the phone call in just a minute. If JJ doesn't have it up there yet, I would like to get our mailing address up there. And I just want to say that if you have any,
I would like to get the
anything you want to write to us about, if you have any suggestions for improving the show, like getting me off of here and getting someone else in here to host,
anything you want to write to us about, if you have any suggestions for
getting Kevin out of here and getting somebody else to co-host, or
getting someone else in here to host,
getting a different co-host in here every week with me, or
Kevin out of here and getting somebody else to co-host, or
changing the set around, or
getting a different co-host in here every week with me, or
whatever. If you want to, if you have a question or a comment, you'd like to drop us a line. It's Sports Rapp in care of CCTV, P.O. Box 1486, Saint Helens, Oregon.
That's 1468.
Excuse me, 1468. 1468. Excuse me, P.O. Box 1468. Let's try this again from the top. Dang,
by the way, Mark, 1486 is a very monumental year in world history. Do you know what happened that year?
By the way, Mark, 1486 is a very monumental year in world history. Do you know what happened that year?
Thank you, JJ. In 1486, Columbus got his ships ready or something. I don't know. Anyway, again, Sports Rapp in care of CCTV, P.O. Box. I don't know. Anyway, again, Sports Rapp in care of CCTV, Saint Helens, Oregon 97051. Drop us a line. We'd love to hear from you. We will read letters on the air when you write to us. So,
drop us a line.
We've had a couple letters, but we want to keep them coming in. We want people that can't get in on the phone line to drop us a line, and we'll, like I said, we'll read your
coming in. We want people that can't get in
letter
on
on
the
the
phone
air.
line
So
to drop us a line, and we'll.
And JJ will put that address up on the screen again before the end of the show, or at the end of the show.
We
have a phone call. Go ahead, caller.
Address up on the screen again before the end of the show, or at the end of the show. We have a phone call. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, was that really an apple bar?
Yeah, it is.
Seriously? Nah, you were talking about that kind of scary.
And there's only one place you can get it.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not telling.
And there's only one place you can get it.
Are you sure? Where's that?
I'm not telling.
About that one caller that called in about JJ? Sure?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Where can we actually see him on this show? Sports Rapp? I mean,
yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Hi, Jeff.
Can we actually see him on this show?
Sports JJ, Rapp? I mean, you got all your friends calling in for some reason?
Hi, Jeff. These aren't my friends.
Oh. These are just people you went to school with, right?
Friends calling in for some reason?
These aren't my friends.
JJ, do you have time to come down here and get your face on camera?
Come on.
JJ, do you have time
to come down here and
come on, get your face on camera?
Come on, JJ.
Come on.
Really appreciate that.
Make a personal appearance on my show, and who knows, maybe I'll make a personal appearance on yours.
I'd really appreciate it.
Make a personal appearance on my show, and who knows, maybe I'll make a personal appearance on yours.
JJ. Come on.
Okay, all right.
We're gonna get him down here.
Come on, JJ.
Come on.
Okay, all right.
He's coming down. He's coming down.
Oh, you shouldn't take too much of that, JJ. You got it?
He's coming down. He's coming down.
Oh, you shouldn't take too much of that apple.
Good stuff.
That's how you act. No, but, where's he at?
Good stuff.
Okay, here I come.
Ted, can we switch cameras up there to get him coming into the studio?
Yeah.
Okay, here I come.
There we go.
Ted, can we switch cameras up there to get him
our
coming into the
JJ
studio?
watch never stops here at CC.
There you go. I want a live shot.
Here I am, guys.
Never stops.
What do you think?
Come on, we want a live shot, JJ.
That is a live shot. Here, I'm Ty. Yeah, hi, I'm JJ, and this is Channel 9, and today we are talking about sports.
I'm JJ, and this is
Sports are a very big issue. No, this is me, really. Sports are a very big issue here in St. Helens, because, what do you think?
This is me, really.
Sports
are a very big issue here in St. Helens, because, what do you think?
On that nice long hair, the short hair. You know, I mean, that looked cool. I want to see it. Long hair and short hair together. Nice long
we all know I'm the real stud at the TV station.
That looked cool. Yeah, long hair and short hair together.
Come on,
we all know
JJ.
I'm the real stud at the TV station.
Come on. Am I going to have to come up there and drag you down here myself?
Long hair, short hair.
The show's almost over, Mark.
Well, come on down
then. Am I going to
then.
have to come up there and drag you down here myself?
Come on.
All right, hold
Show's
on.
almost
Quit
over,
wasting
Mark.
time. Come down.
Well, come on down then.
Caller's gone. Let's wrap up the show.
Come on.
Well, all
All
right.
right, hold on.
Quit wasting time. Come down.
Coming up next
Caller's
on
gone.
CCTV is JJ Wright's show, Community Live. He's only got, what, 3 or 4 shows left before you go to Kids Off Campus, JJ?
Community Live.
About 4 shows.
About 4 shows before.
And tonight I want to mention that we're going to talk about sexual harassment in the workplace.
Thank you, JJ, for that wonderful plug for your show.
And tonight I want to mention that we're going to talk about sexual harassment in the workplace.
Tonight's topic on Community Live is sexual harassment in the workplace. All right, JJ?
Yes.
Was that
Tonight's topic on Community Live.
We have one more phone call and then we're going to wrap it up. Go ahead, caller.
All right, JJ?
I was wondering what you thought about the Phoenix
We have one more phone call and then we're going to wrap it up. Go ahead,
I wish it would have gone the other way.
I was wondering what you thought about the I kind of thought that Lakers kind of got ripped with Barkley making that
I wish it would have gone the other way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know the exact one you're talking about. I talked to my brother. I've got a brother down in Mesa, Arizona, who's actually a Blazer fan. But he lives down there.
I talked to my brother. I've got a brother down in Mesa,
even he had to agree
a Blazer fan.
that the shot, he thought the shot was good. Don't ask me where he got that, but that's what he said.
He thought the shot was good. Instant replay, huh?
Well, I do.
He got that, but
because if you look at the way they used it in football, they took a 2-hour game and turned it into almost a 3.5 to 4 hour game. I think if they could do it expediently and say, okay,
almost a 3.5 to 4 hour game.
Review it once and make the decision,
and it's final, and say,
go on with the game, quit crying about it.
Review it once and make the decision, and it's final. Go on with the game, quit crying about it. Do it.
Why don't they let the sportscasters make the final decision?
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, they're the ones that get to look up there and say, hey, now wait a minute. That's not right,
I mean, they're the ones that.
Or let the referees view it.
Say, hey, now wait a minute.
And if they have a chance, and let them, let the lead official look at it on the big screen, and let him make the final call.
Let the lead official look at it on the big screen, and let him make the final call.
I think so, even with they're down though, beat the Spurs.
No, it's tied at 2 now.
I think so.
Though it is.
Yeah,
I think so.
It's going to be a tough one, but I think Phoenix will pull it out.
It's tied at 2 now.
See, I don't really think that Phoenix can stop Dave Robinson.
It's going to be a tough one, but I think Phoenix will pull it out.
They couldn't tonight, that's for sure.
I don't really think that Phoenix can stop Dave Robinson.
So he is. There's a good chance that San Antonio could upset him.
He's on fire. Well, where's your
he is.
partner?
There's a good chance that
he's under the weather tonight. He has bad back tonight, so he couldn't make it. Plus, he couldn't find a babysitter.
He's under the weather tonight. He has bad back tonight, so he couldn't make it. Plus, he couldn't find a babysitter.
What were you saying? You need volunteers, whatever.
We do. We need volunteers to come down here. Run cameras, answer telephones.
We do. We need volunteers to come down here.
Shoot stuff out in the field. Sports.
Run cameras, answer telephones.
Okay, great.
Shoot stuff out in the field.
It doesn't matter what age you are. We'll train you. We've got training classes down here. We'll train anybody.
So, it doesn't matter what age
in fact,
you are.
the next
we'll train you. We've got
the next training classes crash course is on Saturday the 22nd of this month.
The next
at 9 a.m. and it'll go till whenever JJ decides it's over. So it could be sometime on the 23rd for all we know.
It'll go till whenever JJ decides it's over.
Right here at the studio at Mace Plaza. So come on down and we'll teach you how to run cameras. We'll teach you how to set things up.
Come on down and we'll teach you anything you want to know.
So.
We'll teach you how to
I'll probably show up.
Set things up.
Alrighty, we appreciate that.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot for calling.
I know.
Yeah, I'll probably show up.
This is going to put a wrap on another sports wrap.
Thanks a lot for calling.
We have enjoyed being here tonight. At least I have. Kevin didn't have the guts to show up.
I know I'm not going to hear about it because
he doesn't have cable.
Kevin didn't have the guts to show up.
You keep your message. Don't tell me. Anyway, that's going to put another wrap on Sports Wrap. Join me next week when Kevin Thornton will be back as my co-host.
That's going to put another
and hopefully we'll have some viewer mail to read next week when Kevin Thornton will be back as my co-host. And we'll see you next week. Good night, everybody.
And we'll see you next week. Good night, everybody.
Speak your mind, 'cause it's about time for the sports wrap.